Imagine you're building a team to manage your business operations, but instead of human workers, you're using artificial intelligence agents. Most companies are trying to do this, but they're finding out that their agents aren't as sophisticated as they thought. According to VentureBeat Pulse research, only 71% of these agents are actually working in multi-step orchestrated workflows, while the rest are just chatbot wrappers. This gap between ambition and reality is revealing a big problem. Enterprises are consolidating onto major model platforms like Anthropic's Claude, but they're not getting the control they need to manage their AI costs. They expect a hybrid control plane by 2026, with reliable multi-step execution being a key success metric. But what does this mean for you, and how can you prepare for the future of AI orchestration? Imagine you're at a party with thousands of songs playing at once. Now imagine one person creating all those songs without permission. That's what's happening with Udio, an AI music generator that's producing music similar to top artists like Elvis Presley and Beyoncé. Sony Music Entertainment is suing Udio, claiming it infringed on the copyright of over 30,000 of their songs. But why does this matter? Well, if an AI can create music that sounds so much like human artists, who owns the rights to that music? This raises questions about the future of creativity and ownership in the digital age. It's a complex issue, but essentially, it's about figuring out what makes something original and who gets to claim ownership. The lawsuit is just one part of this bigger conversation. Imagine you have a big basket of apples. Instead of choosing which apples to buy individually, you just buy the entire basket. That's basically what index funds do with your money. They let you invest in a whole market instead of picking individual stocks. Index funds are made up of many different companies, and their value goes up or down depending on how well those companies do. When SpaceX joined the Nasdaq 100, it meant that more people could invest in the company's stock without having to choose specifically. This can make some index funds a bit riskier because they're now tied to the performance of a specific company like SpaceX. But overall, index funds are still considered a safe way to invest because they spread out your money across many different companies. It's also worth noting that most people don't even own stocks, so this doesn't really affect their retirement savings. The key idea here is that index funds work by tracking a specific market or group of companies, making them a popular choice for investors who want to diversify their portfolios. Imagine you're browsing online and stumble upon a drone that looks like a harmless toy, but it's actually a sophisticated flying camera. Recently, the FCC discovered that some companies were selling these kinds of drones in the US without getting approval, which is a big deal because they contain Chinese tech. These DJI front companies are suspected of sneaking Chinese-made components past the FCC's foreign drone ban, which aims to prevent malicious drones from being used for surveillance or other nefarious purposes. Last October, the FCC gave itself the power to retroactively ban gadgets that have already received its approval, and now it's using this power to take action against these companies. The FCC has proposed a $25,000 fine on 8 of these front companies, but that's just the beginning. They're also planning to ban these companies from selling drones in the US altogether. This is important because it highlights the challenges of regulating emerging technologies and the need for vigilance when it comes to protecting our national security. By cracking down on these companies, the FCC is sending a message that it will hold them accountable for any violations of the law. Imagine you're taking a photo with your iPhone, and you want to capture that special moment just like a professional camera would. But what if there was a way to make the photo even more realistic? That's exactly what Adobe is trying to do with their camera app. They've launched an experimental tool called AI Playground, which uses generative AI to help create more natural-looking photos. Generative AI is a type of artificial intelligence that can generate new content, like images or music, based on patterns it learns from existing data. In this case, Adobe's AI system is analyzing the photo and using machine learning algorithms to adjust the brightness, contrast, and other settings to give it a more SLR-like look. This means you'll get a more professional-looking photo without needing any special editing skills. The goal of this experiment is for Adobe to learn how users interact with these tools and improve their camera app in the process. By offering free access to this suite with no sign-on requirement, Adobe is inviting users to test out this new feature and provide feedback.